Everybody should know by now, say Andrew Holness is a man, just implement plans and the Jamaican people hear about it after. But all of a sudden, this man is so concerned about our opinions. This man wants us to be involved in the final court. Something alright.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl and Isabel Rose. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks to returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on, put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So to kick off this first segment, my people, you will hear the opposition leader as well as the Prime Minister with the Labor Day message and what they're planning to do to assist the disabled. Following that, the Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake delivers a strong message to all the crime producers that the security forces are mobilized and ready to take decisive actions for the flare-up of violence of recent, my people. And trust and believe, my people, I see some videos that come to my WhatsApp from my little sources them, and trust me, it's not a pretty sight. Those videos cannot even be uploaded to YouTube. Trust and believe. Women, when you look on bloodshed, my people, but we're not going to hear from the Commissioner of Police. And an attorney speaks on why Jamaica should use the CCJ as the final court. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform. Subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1K for me, please and thanks.
As we celebrate Labor Day, we must remember our historical journey that has taken us here. What was once Empire Day and a commemoration of our colonial past was transformed in 1961 by Premier Norman Washington Manley, who recognized the need to honor the workers of Jamaica as the true backbone of our society. So, with the stroke of his powerful pen, Labor Day was born. And with it began a new era of recognition and appreciation for the great contribution of our workers to nation building. 11 years after that, in 1972, Prime Minister the Most Honorable Michael Manley expanded the concept of Labor Day by adding a vital additional feature: community development through volunteerism. This year we are continuing that vision and legacy in a special way by focusing on a critical aspect of our society: the need for greater inclusion and empowerment of persons with disabilities, the elderly, and all those who are vulnerable in our society. The theme for this Labor Day, persons with disabilities, the elderly and the vulnerable, and the slogan, ramp up access, show that you care, resonate deeply with me. My father was a pioneering champion of the rights of persons with disabilities as the founder of the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center here in Jamaica. After his death in 1996, I assumed the chairmanship of the Mona Rehabilitation Foundation and continued the support for that important institution. As Minister of Justice, I supported the development and passage of the Disabilities Act in 2014, transformational legislation to promote, protect, and ensure the full and equal enjoyment of all rights and privileges by persons with disabilities. The fact that it took some 8 years after the passing of that act to bring it into effect was disappointing, but I'm excited that we're once again seeking to energize the society around the issues affecting this group of Jamaicans as well as our senior citizens. This year's theme for Labor Day is a call to action, requiring all of us to recognize the barriers that exist for these vulnerable groups and to take the action necessary to overcome those barriers. Our goal is to make Jamaica a place where everyone has equal access to the opportunities, resources, and support they need to achieve their goals in life, where every individual is enabled to contribute their unique talents and perspectives without being hindered by obstacles over which they have no control. We must prioritize affordable and accessible healthcare, education, and social services that cater to the needs of all our citizens, regardless of their age or their ability. The solutions to these issues lie within our collective efforts as a people. However, ceremonial events and speeches are not sufficient to get us to where we want to be. We must adopt an activist approach in all the critical areas where persons with disabilities are presently facing exclusion. And this can only be driven by sustained and courageous advocacy to ensure that these issues will never again recede into the background while other national issues are given priority attention. As the leader of the opposition, I pledge to continue advocating for policies and programs that promote inclusivity and accessibility. In fact, in our new Road to Change policy for national development, the letter A in the word change stands for accessibility and inclusivity. On this Labor Day, I reaffirm my commitment to leaving no one behind and empowering all individuals to achieve their full potential. As Jamaicans come together to work on our various community projects and national initiatives, let us remember that true progress is measured by how we uplift those who are the most vulnerable among us. Let us make this Labor Day a testament to our collective commitment to building a more inclusive and caring Jamaica. Let us ramp up the access and show that we care by executing projects that will assist our most vulnerable to actively participate in our society. And these include important projects to promote greater access, such as installing ramps at entrances and exits, guardrails, braille signage, and making bathrooms wheelchair accessible. These initiatives will have a significant positive impact on the lives of persons with disabilities and the elderly. Let us use this Labor Day as a catalyst for change. I wish you all a safe and productive Labor Day. God bless you.
First, let me acknowledge the suggestion made by the leader of the opposition regarding some national attention and focus being paid to the Sir John Golding Center for Rehab Center. It is a good idea, and it is something that I will ask both the Minister of Labour and Social Security, the Minister of Local Government, and the Minister of Culture, and most certainly the Minister of Health, to work with that institution to see how it can be expanded. I visited that institution a few years ago, and it is an amazing institution. I believe it may be the one of a kind in the region that provides that kind of residential care, and it is deserving of national attention. So, good suggestion, which I will accept. I don't know if that will move you any closer to consensus on the matter of the Republic, but it's an attempt. It's an attempt. It's an attempt. I have committed to working towards consensus on these matters. Labor Day is an important day and tradition in Jamaica. The Jamaican state, as we know it, was born out of the labor movement of the 1930s. We mark the sacrifice and struggle of our workers, and we honor their contribution to the development of Jamaican institutions, culture, and industry. This year, we focus on access for elderly persons, for persons with disabilities, and for the vulnerable generally. We will be building ramps and improving access ways, walkways, and entrances to do just that, to improve the access, the ability to enter our buildings. It is not only a physical exercise when the government speaks about access for our vulnerable and access for persons with disabilities and access for our elderly. When we talk about access, we mean giving them the means
by which they are able to access a better life, a better quality of life. And I took my Labor Day message to enumerate several ways in which the government is improving access to a better quality of life. One of them I will mention, which affects our elderly persons, would be the improvement in the age-related tax exemptions that we have given to our pensioners. Another one which all our elderly persons who are not NIS contributors would immediately appreciate is the social pension for those elderly persons 75 years and older who are not now receiving an NIS pension. That is a major improvement in the quality of their life. So I totally identify, appreciate, and embrace this theme, ramp up the access. Yes, our government needs to do more in ensuring that all our people, but particularly our poor, our elderly, and our vulnerable persons and persons with disabilities have the ability to access a better quality of life.
I'm addressing a serious and urgent matter that affects the safety and well-being of our society. There are individuals among us who have chosen to engage in activities that disrupt the peace, cause harm, and instill fear in our communities. To these perpetrators of crime and violence, let me be clear. Your actions will not be tolerated. The security forces are mobilized, and we will be out in full force, taking decisive action to bring you to justice. We will not stand by while you wreak havoc and create mayhem. We have identified several individuals as wanted for criminal offenses. Additionally, we have published a list of persons of interest who we believe can assist us in our ongoing investigations. To those individuals, we urge you to make the process easier by reporting to a police facility. You may be accompanied by an attorney, a justice of the peace, a member of the clergy, or even a friend. However, understand this. If you do not come to us, we will come for you. It is our intention to ensure that each one of you stands before the court to answer for your actions. This is not a matter to take lightly. The safety and security of our citizens are paramount, and we will maintain order and uphold the law. To the law-abiding citizens, we ask for your continued support and cooperation. Together, we can build a safer and more secure Jamaica. Thank you.
I'm a people, we even see that these criminals not even partial in no one. Even the other day, a journalist from the Gleaner has been shot and killed. And trust me, my people, it's heart-wrenching to see they're out there killing even our women. As a queen, so you see a woman there. Innocent men are losing their lives. Some real tough actions need to be taken by the JCF. And all of those who are out there protecting and shielding criminals will have to stop it. Because soon and very soon it's going to be at the front door.
Everybody should know by now that Andrew Holness is a man, just implement plans and the Jamaican people hear about it after. But all of a sudden, this man is so concerned about our opinions. This man wants us to be involved in the final court. Something right. One thing we know with the Prime Minister, he's very selective. This man knows when to cry wolf. If the final court stays in Jamaica, ghetto youths who are wrongfully convicted can kiss Freedom Street goodbye, no matter the amount of money or success you have. Corruption will always win if the final court stays in Jamaica. Me not say no to being a republic because England not really cheat too good either. The hardest thing is to get a visa from Jamaica for come England. But 100% no to the final court being in Jamaica. Bad idea.
4 Caribbean countries have signed on to the Caribbean Court of Justice being their final court of appeal. But when it comes to Jamaica, we are still undecided. So here to update us or talk to us or give us some education on the case of the CCJ, International Human Rights Attorney Jody Ann Quarry joins us. Good morning, Jody.
Good morning, Empress.
It's great to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
How is your show on Power 106 doing?
Morning Agenda is doing just fine. In fact, in a few minutes, I'm going to be running across us there.
Well, let's get straight to the point,
Yes.
and we'll tune into you later
Of
on.
course.
Jodianne, the Caribbean Court of Justice, as a final court of appeal, why hasn't, well, right now, why haven't we signed on? Why is it not our final court of appeal? Jamaica.
Right now, we have the Privy Council as our Court of Appeal, and
Yes.
we wanted to move to the Caribbean Court of Justice, but there was a case before the Privy Council about how we wanted to do it. We wanted to give it not the same sorts of protections that we gave the Privy Council, and so the Privy Council said, no, that's not going to work. If you're going to have a final Court of Appeal, it needs to have protections. So we didn't go ahead with it. So we have two political positions now. One that says you have to have a referendum for the people to decide.
But that's not by our constitution. Isn't it a two-thirds majority?
Good. We don't require a referendum like the Eastern Caribbean states, for example, need. But we also have another position that says, why go to the CCJ? We can have our own Court of Appeal here in Jamaica. I don't support that position.
Who said that?
But some people believe that Jamaica is in the best position to have its own Court of Appeal. It's a difficult position to maintain since we already pay into the fund of the Caribbean Court of Justice. It's already a court we use for international matters, but the court is two types of courts. It's a domestic court and an international court, and it's an amazing invention created in the Caribbean and needs the support of Caribbean people.
So, okay, so right now we go to the UK to settle matters as a final court right now.
Who goes?
I'm asking.
See,
if that
technically
if the
it
UK
exists.
Yeah, but are we using it?
Who gets to go? It's only criminal, it's only capital cases, death penalty cases that are free cases, that you'll have people running to come support you for free. Apart from that, you have to find a lawyer in the UK, you have to find a lawyer here to find a lawyer in the UK for you. You may or may not get a visa to get into the United Kingdom for your case. It's expensive.
So what you're saying then is that the CCJ, which is based in Trinidad, would be the best thing for Jamaicans?
Access to justice is an issue that is raised here. If you can go across to Trinidad with a passport because you're part of CARICOM, you get to access justice. The cases that go to the Privy Council are two kinds: death penalty and the extremely wealthy in Jamaica. When we don't have this conversation as to who benefits from not having us go to the CCJ, then we start saying, oh, it's politicians who benefit, who don't want to have electoral cases quickly dealt with. It's very important in society who don't want John Doe to be able to bring a case.
Why are we still not there, Jody? We're hearing discourse about mistrust, but the CCJ, 7 judges from different regions, right, preside over the CCJ?
Different countries across the CARICOM region, they're part of the CCJ. There's a difficulty what the CCJ presents. You see, when you have a judgment from the Privy Council, you can always look and say, Lord, them not understand Jamaica, you know, them not really get it. But when you have a judge from a Caribbean country, and there is a Jamaican justice on the court, he wouldn't be able to preside over Jamaican cases.
Okay.
But there's a Jamaican justice on the court. When you have people there who understand what cultural context means in for a particular case, then those cases have more weight. And it's much easier to get away from a precedent by saying they never really understand
Right.
the context.
So you're pro-CCJ?
I am 100% pro CCJ. I worked at the CCJ as an intern there as part of the CCJ moot. I know the judges. I know what it is that we're getting into, but I also appreciate that we're doing an awful job about explaining to people just how important the CCJ is and what it means. It's people like me who already believe that talking to the converted is we're not doing a very good job of explaining to individuals that their rights are affected as well.
Right. So what's our current Prime Minister's stance on this? I saw former Prime Minister Bruce Golding publish an article about it in the Observer, I think it was November 8th, saying Jamaicans are not engaged in serious discussions in the CCJ. What do we need to do from a government standpoint, and what are you hearing the current administration saying about this?
What we need to do from a government standpoint is education. Somebody had made a comment saying, oh, we need to have non-partisan education about the CCJ. Everything is partisan. Everything is political. But what we need to have is a conversation that says to people, you know what? No matter which party is in power, you must have somebody who defends your rights.
Right.
And you need to have that conversation whether or not a party is uncomfortable. I also don't want there to be a referendum that starts off just from the basis of my party said no, so we're not going to defend
So we're not going to do it.
Take it from a position of you as a person. If your uncle is in jail, there are states of public emergency and zones of special operations happening right now. You need a court that may need to investigate if rights have been violated.
Exactly.
You need that.
So in a way, my people tell me what to think of the Prime Minister even, making it be known that he supports, the plans that Margolin has for the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, and even for the disabled persons among us in our society. They matter too, and they should be included in everything. Right? So when I talk up my people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Special badges, member shout out, you name it. Only a small fee per month to become a member of the Anisabel Rose movement. We do notification shout out in each and every video. To be a part of that, all you have to do is be the first to like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Pat W. Big up yourself, Pat, as well as Major Daps. Big up yourself, Major Daps. As well as Joanne. Big up yourself, Joanne. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. Like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20K, help me to get there, my people. I'm gonna come up on the videos them, gonna like up the videos them and share them out. Stay tuned for new videos, stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.